Greetings, Tanzi, Bonjour, Kwekwe, Scano, it's Catherine and Brian from Moonstarlodge in South Central Ontario, bringing you our Indigenous perspective on all things cartomancy for the week of July 15th to the 22nd. I'm not having a pirate moment. I'm having a bad hair day, so we're just going to cover that up. That's my silly thing to say. On a serious note, we are doing a whole lot of advanced videos for the months of August and at least part of September over the next day and a half, because Brian is having major surgery on August the 8th. This is, as you can appreciate, a pressure-filled and potentially difficult time. So we won't be able to do in-house channelings and readings for people, but I am happy to continue doing online readings, especially obviously for those at a distance. So there will be videos up there. Just know that I won't have always changed my clothes between videos, because Edith Head, who used to be the great film wardrobe person, doesn't live here. So we're just doing the best we can to make sure there is no discontinuity between this time and when Brian is fully recovered. So I received a deck this week by the beautiful artist Rasuli, and that kind of sent me on a interesting trajectory spiritually as we move in this week toward the full moon of She Who Heals. This is the second full moon in July, and I should grab my folio here and give you the details. Can you grab that, Brian? Thank you. We're not there yet at the full moon, but we will be soon. Let me just get the details here. So we had our new moon on the 5th of July, and the full moon is the 21st. So on the end of this, almost the end of this week's reading. So the decks I'm using this week, some I have used before and some I have not. The Healing Spirits Oracle by Gordon Smith. The Seasons of the Witch Lammas Oracle, which we're moving toward the middle of the summer. That's typically August 1st and 2nd, but I so seldom get to use these decks very often. It just arrived, so I was excited to use it. The Marigold for the Ancestors. These may go flying, Brian. The Good Tarot by Colette Baron Reid. If you don't have this deck, this is a good one to add. It certainly harmonizes the gender issues that are associated with the old Rider-Waite-Smith. The Shimmering Veil Tarot by the lovely Cilla Conway. The Higher Self Oracle by Deanna Marie Riddick. The Oracle of the Hidden Realms by Lucy Cavendish. This is the Rasuli deck, The Soul's Journey, and I love Rasuli's work. The final player in this team is the Mirror Oracle by Amrit Brar. So these decks I will be using for this week's and next week's reading, as I have begun doing in the last few months, because it just works out really well. So let's go to the cards, Brian. So here we have the 7 good tarot cards by Colette Baron Reid, and one each of the clarifying cards. It's a interesting start to the week as we have the High Priestess sitting in this significator position. And she is the one who brings so much spiritual energy from the cosmos, blending it with the earth-based energy, and able to bring us high order and advanced spiritual thinking into this week ahead as we approach this full moon. She's clarified here by the Two of Cups, which is camaraderie with the significant other, and also camaraderie within the two parts, the polar opposites, the yin and yang within ourselves. So it's bringing a definite element of balance, and we'll see how balance pops up in the reading later on. Moving from the High Priestess, we go to the moon. Now, the moon can be seen as illusion, but in this week, I get the strong message that we are to focus on this full moon. We have time to make sure that we really dig deep and look at those things which absolutely, without any hesitation, need to be healed. This could be at a very personal level. Physically, it can be emotional, it can be intellectual thinking processes, it can be spiritual, it can be within our own little realm of reality, and it can also be expanding into family, ancestor work, shadow work, all these things. The moon is asking us to use the spirit illumination, because the moon is very spiritual. It's enlightening the darkness. So we are being asked here not to stay in illusion, which the moon can bring, but rather to illuminate anything that's illusory as we head toward this full moon for healing. And it's clarified by the concept of Virgo. Virgo is the 6th astrological sign in the year, and it's all about, its characteristic symbols are wheat and harvest and self-care, being a little bit alone, and at times being a little bit aloof. If we have to take on the attributes of Virgo in order to really focus, that's exactly what we need to do. The next card here is the Five of Air, and interestingly, it appears twice in this reading, different decks. So the Five of Air is about conflict, and it can be conflict with others, but it can be conflict within ourselves, and I think it ties right exactly in with what's going on here. What brings us internal conflict can also amplify and shine a light on what it is that we need to be rid of, and it can bring a little feistiness and a little bit of resistance from the ego. So this is about knowing that that can come up as we work on bringing everything to light that needs healing on this full moon. And it's clarified by a card from the Higher Self Oracle on the light. It is breaking open the hole. It's just kind of the crack in the cosmic egg here, and making sure that we do illuminate everything that needs to be energized to move on. That's a common theme in readings about bringing us to the next higher level, but it's really significant in this moon cycle. I cannot emphasize that enough. What comes of all of this awareness is the center card here, the Page of Fire. This is about, with the energy of youth and the idealism, the fire in the belly, we are being prompted to look at a new direction, a new passionate adventure. Letting go of the old, of course, is part of the bringing in of the light. And it's clarified by a very interesting card, the gathering, community, kinship, compatibility, companionship. And again, we have this metaphor of bringing in the light. We have the moon bringing in the light. We have the light of spirit. We have this element of gathering. So we don't have to do all of this work in isolation. This is the time of year to be gathering with family and friends and making new energies available to us. And the lights here in this card are coming from the people and being met by the light of source. And that's exactly, I think of Joseph Campbell when I look at this card, the great Joseph Campbell, and he's I'm paraphrasing what he said, but take 10 steps toward the gods and they'll take 1,000 to come to you. It's the same way with our spirit guides and teachers and source. All of those things, we just have to open ourselves up and make a conscious connection, and boom, it's there. It is followed here by the hermit. So the hermit is the internal seeking of wisdom. Here are all these dangling keys, opening doors of enlightenment. So while we have an external expectation or gathering here, we also have the internal. Again, this sense of balance, the sense of the two here, finding the balance with the external and not overindulging in external activities, making time for the hermit card here, being the hermit, the one seeking a wisdom that's Gnostic consciousness enhanced. And the Rasuli card that clarifies this is, again, reach the unreachable. Turn your idea into reality. So here's the idea coming from the Page of Fire. Turn it into reality by going within and seeking the wisdom that's there on how to do it. You don't have to get all your ideas from others. You can certainly better utilize the beginning, or better manifest the beginning of this journey by utilizing your own wisdom. We come to the Two of Earth, which is the same as the Two of Pentacles. It's a very grounded card, very much, again, about balance, balancing a number of disparate parts of our lives, external things like family and job, perhaps, and internal things like home and mental health and all those good things. So this is about keeping the balance. And the spirits say it is time to move forward. So they are supporting this Page of Fire, but they're taking it a step further. They're saying, here's the messenger of fire. As this is the page, the messenger is the same as the knight. So this is a purposeful going out there and actively finding all the resources and the direction that not only enables your healing, but enables a new passionate direction in life. And I think that's quite awesome. The card that clarifies it is, once again, the Five of Air, or the Five of Swords. So this card has come up twice in this reading. The caution here is, do not let internal struggles and worries release, knowing that you are releasing this. It's the old ego push to keep you kind of stuck. keeping it. This is a collective reading, so this has the capacity to keep us all stuck. You can flip the camera, Brian. This has a powerfulness that is very practical, and yet at some levels it's jaw-dropping. The duplication of cards, the emphasis on the light, the emphasis on letting go of internal struggles, because they tend to be old tapes looping and coming back and coming back, and that's precisely what we need to heal. So we need to kick those old ways of thinking to the curb and shut off that looping tape recorder and say enough is enough. I am embracing life, and I'm taking this night of passionate fire with me into a new time. So that's wonderful. I invite your comments on this. I'm quite taken aback by the really solid flow here. Please do leave a comment, and I love to engage with your comments. In the meantime, the information on these decks, because a lot of them are new, will be in the information section underneath the video. So you just click on the title and everything is there, including how to support us on Ko-fi. We really need your support in this time of the pressure of this surgery and Brian's healing. We got to get him back functioning as the dowsing guru, or his groupies will be very upset. Anyway, we thank you. Blessings. Give us a thumbs up, and subscribe if you haven't. Kichi miigwech, Yahweh, aho. Blessings.